This experiment was taken from Modern Experimental Organic Chemistry, 3rd edition, by Holt, Reinhardt, and Winston. The process of separating different compounds in chemistry can be done multiple ways. The one we will focus on in this video is a liquid-liquid extraction, which is a process that transfers a solute to a different solvent. What this means is that when multiple substances make up the solute of a solution, different types of solvents can be added to that solution to extract one of the substances to be in that solution. There will be 3 solutes we are working with in question: benzoic acid, p-bromoaniline, and naphthalene. Because we have 3 solutes, we need 3 solvents in total. The first solvent will be the original solvent that dissolves each of our 3 solids, which is dichloromethane. I'll call this DCM from now on. The solvent does not change or become modified for the entirety of the experiment. The other 2 are hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. This will form 2 separate aqueous layers that will be denser than our organic layer, and you will see how that looks in a later video. To break down this reaction in full, what will happen is our 3 solutes will first be in solid form. When we dissolve them in the organic solvent DCM, each of the solids will fully dissolve. Then, in a separatory funnel, which is perfect for separating different layers of solvent, we add our HCl, and this will protonate, or add an H+ proton, to our p-bromoaniline to make p-bromoaluminium chloride, thus extracting one of our solutes to the acidic aqueous layer, which I will refer to as the acid wash. This layer will be removed, and the organic layer will remain with 2 solutes instead of 3. Next, we add our NaOH, which, opposite of HCl, will deprotonate one of our solutes. The solute in question is benzoic acid, which will become sodium benzoate, and is extracted to the second aqueous layer, the base wash. The base wash and the acid wash should not be mixed and will stay in separate containers. Finally, now we just have the organic layer, which only contains naphthalene and dichloromethane. But we aren't done here. The organic layer must be dried and the solid naphthalene must be isolated via rotary evaporation, and acid and base washes will be neutralized. I won't spoil too much, but when the acid and base washes are neutralized, we will get our benzoic acid and our p-bromoaniline back, and you can isolate that product on your own. Now that I've given you the full breakdown of the conceptual part of the experiment, the full procedure will be broken down into multiple parts. This video will only cover the gathering of our solutes and dissolving them in dichloromethane. The next video will cover using these solutes and DCM to do a thin layer chromatography test, which will show the polarity of each of our solutes. Video 3 will cover the making of our HCl and NaOH. Video 4 will cover the actual extraction itself. Video 5 will cover the neutralization, and Video 6 will cover the rotary evaporation of naphthalene. Video 7 and Video 8 will cover analyzing the melting point of our crude products and the final analysis section covering the gas chromatography mass spectrometry data of each of our products. Now for the beginning of our procedure. Prepare or obtain a mixture containing 2 grams each of the following compounds: benzoic acid, p-bromoaniline, and naphthalene. Dissolve this mixture into about 100 milliliters of dichloromethane. This sounds easy enough. To do this, I obtained a 125 milliliter Erlenmeyer flask and placed it on a scale, then pressed the 0 button. This will reset the weight to 0, subtracting the weight of the flask from the total weight recorded on the scale. This allows us to take 2 grams of each of our products and add it into the flask. Your total weight when you've added all 3 solutes should be around 6 grams. When adding products into a container on a scale, make sure that you're using a spatula that is the right size for your product. If you spill anything, like I do a couple times here, just make sure to take a chem wipe and clean off the scale and your surroundings. Make sure to wear gloves when you do this, as you don't really want to touch anything with your bare hands. When you're done using a container with your product, close it up and put it back in the cabinet where you found it. Now that I've added all 3 of my products, the total weight of everything I weighed out is 6.05 grams, which is a little over, but that is perfectly okay. It can be pretty difficult at times to get the exact measurements, but try to get as close as you can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.